Hi there. I noticed that there were a few people that had a question about number 15. So I thought I would go through number 15 and talk about how I would work this particular problem. The first thing I usually do in working a word problem is I try to figure out what my variables are. So it tells me that X is the number of sketch pads. I'm just going to write the number of pads. Then the P is the price in dollars. In dollars. All right, and they want to know how would I write my answer if, let's say, I needed to sell at least 275 pads per week. Well, if that's the case, then I know that X must be greater than or equal to 275. If that is the case, then I know that this thing here where I have X is equal to 1300 minus 400p, because that's what X is, I know that that thing must be greater than or equal to 275, because that's exactly what X is, and so I know that that must be greater than 275. So let me figure out how to solve this problem. First thing I'll do is subtract 13. Oops, I wrote 75. I didn't write 75. Hold on, I'll fix that. Okay, now that's easily fixed. I'll subtract 1300 from both sides, and then I'll get negative 400p must be greater than or equal to, let's see what that would, all right, I'll do this out to the side. I need 275 minus 1300, and that gives me negative 1025. All right, and the next thing I'll need to do is move this negative 400. Now, I was keeping my inequality symbol the same because I did not multiply or divide by a negative number, but I now have, so I now know that P must be less than or equal to whatever negative 1025 divided by 400 is. So we'll throw that in my little calculator. Oops, get it down so that you can see it. Negative 1025 divided by the negative 400, make it negative, equals, and that would be 2.5625. All right, so I know that P must be less than that $2.56 because I was supposed to round it to the nearest cent. So let's take our XYZ homework and plug it in here. Okay, now that I have this situated, let's see, I'll draw my line. And I know that the price, $2.56, must be less than that. Now, the problem that I had and that we ran across was that we knew we had this answer, and what happens is we don't want the price to be negative, so it does need to stop at 0, and that's the tricky spot and the spot that is easily overlooked. In fact, I have overlooked that before, so let's check this and make sure that it's right. I'll key it in for you, and we're going to have that it is 0 to $2.56, and we're going to see if that works. We're going to hit submit, and they told me that I haven't answered all of them, and I'm like, yeah, I know that, but we did get that one right. And so that's the key to that particular problem, is making sure that you stop at 0, because the first time I ran through this, I tried to make it go all the way to negative infinity, but that wouldn't make sense for the price of a sketch pad. We would either stop it at 0 or we'd go up to $2.56, but we wouldn't have a negative price. All right, I hope that helps, and you just kind of continue on from there. Just really thinking about the fact that we don't want the price to be negative or less than 0. All right, and if you have any more questions, be sure and let me know. Thank y'all.